promoting in the continuation of library design that we are doing. In this tutorial, we are going to do much on the elevation and the packaging to the sustainable level that we will know. So in the first, we were able to create this is the ground floor. The second tutorial, this is the first floor and well arranged. So we have elevation that we have already started working on. So these are the things that we are going to detail. So the roof system, we've created that one in the last episode. So what we want to do now is to complete the whole process one after the other. So thanks for watching. Kindly follow through step by step. So what do we do next? So what we do here is that we go to 3D to see effectively of what we have done. So let us change the slope of this roof by clicking here and say edit the roof, edit the structure. So here we click on this and we go to graphics. From graphics, this is where you change the pattern and it will follow. So you choose model, then you can decide to create new one by yourself and call it vertical. So when you choose the vertical one, so what do? You rename it. I'm just call it vertex. So from here I'm going to change this one to 90-degree vertical, then I reduce this one to 75 as a whole. So only one space is okay, parallel line. So you do that and you click OK and you say OK. So definitely this one will follow the pattern instead of it going vertically. So it's going to follow the pattern of sloping completely. So this is it. So you imagine and you fix it like that. So what does we need to do now is to create, using this one to create using the same roof. I want to use it to create plinth for the, I want to use it to create facial board. So what am I going to do? Says go to elevation. So select this one and you say copy. So copy from clipboard, paste it down below. So now you've done that. So now you go to edit type and you say duplicate. So in this one you are not going to call it face here. I'm not going to use this normal mechanics that I used to use. So facial, I did this one. I will change the thickness of this to 350. So the area of thick of this level. Then I'm going to change the structure. So here I'm going to do this, duplicate this one. So appearance vertically, I'm not going to use that. So I'm going to select and say vertex. Go to appearance, use appearance to do whatever you want to do. So for ground, so I'm going to say from here, say none, no pattern. I don't want any pattern for my physical appearance. So here I'm going to select this and change it to the appearance library. So select ceramic, which is normal. You're going to choose this normal white ash white, and then now you say okay for that. Click OK. So you see that this one changed to white. So the problem of this is that it's now above this. It's not that it disappears. So what you need to do, go back to the side elevation, which is the east. So from here now you pick this and then drop it below. So let it drop down. Good. So it's set. Go back here and see edit by footprints. Go to sites and edit it. Offset everything by just by 75. So offset without copy. So click 75 to offset everything inside. So let it offset, let everything stay inside the good. So you click finish. As you do finish, then you look at it from here. So go back to the elevation and see what we've done. So this is what it is, and this is how it looks like. So it's not finished because all these are not then attached to something. So what do you need to do now? You attach all this body to the roof. So select all. You can go to level 2 and you say select everything outside, so it will be more easier because it's only outside you need, or the external wall. Do not select the internal wall because by the time you are doing this section you will have some difficulties to manipulate most of those things. So I will encourage you to do that to only the external wall. So you go to 3D, then you say attach, then you select the below one, so everything click. Can you see? So there is no any vacuum left in that space. So everything, when you look around, you see that everything snapped to the roof. So that is it. So this remaining one that are remain, you can decide to do them one after the other by just doing what, doing the, let's go to east, just edit the profile and get them the work done. So go back here, open this, drag the crop region and expand. So I'm going to do this one after the other. I'm not going to be doing this like, so like this one, I think this one, it can be attached on its own. So just say attach, click attach to the top. So this one will go, but the other side, which is the west, you are going to do it manually. So let's go to and expand the crop region. Good. So select this one and say edit, no, sorry, Control Z, select and say edit profile. So edit the profile. Now you click on this and then you select, let it have the same contact closeness. So finish, you are done. So that is what to do here. Beautiful, and everything is in place. So the aesthetic value are coming up one after the other. So we need to detail some of these things and get it done accurately. So I'm going to create my first step of what, of design. Remember I told you this is a design I've done for somebody. I won't want everything to be totally, so that is why I'm changing one or two features, especially when it comes to the elevation. So go to 3D, and there is that I'm going to manipulate, since I want to manipulate and get it done. So the first thing I need to do, let me quickly create the steps here and the ramp. So go to elevation, which is south. You're just going to use only one thing, and what is this ramp? I'm not going to use technical ramp that they will use to use, because the calculation are not going to be definite. So I'm going to use component and say model in place. Model in place here. Now you say steps, go to step or ramp, get it there. So steps is here. So you click on the stair, just click on stair and say okay, open. So the feature of stair is going to be, so use extrusion to do this and say okay. So select this, that reference point you have selected. So start detailing the drawing one after the other. So do it here. So depends on the angle of the ramp you want. So I think the ramp angle should be something like, you can check it if it's okay by you. So angular dimension, so that's 12. I think I'm okay. So it will be slopey enough to convey whoever that is coming with a disabled chair, so things like that. So that is the, it's a public space that everybody can use. So you have that in the design pattern. So that is one. So the next one, okay, sorry, this one is not warming up to the point that it's supposed to. So you drag it up, come back to south elevation, move it back, then edit the, let's say this and say line, so you'll be able to see what we're doing. Edit the, so drag it up. Good. So here you select this and push it into space. You can just, like, let's say this and say wireframe, so that we know where. Okay, it's okay like that. Click finish, returning back to the original part, then click finish and go back to 3D and see what we've done. Yes, it's not snappy. So here now you can go to foundation, then you rotate this and you use it to create stair. Copy, so what do we do? Just 90 degree, anyhow it comes, you accept it that way. Move it outside because it's just a construction activity, so you can expand it for now. So that's where it starts from. So click extrusion and you go to west or east, depends on your choice. So I'm going to west now. I'm deleting this. It's not that I'm going to delete, I'm restarting this process one more time. So here I'm stopping here. So the foot, I'm going to start the foot part by saying 300 by 150, type 150. So I think that's okay. So you can now copy this in a multiple. Copy a multiple from here, drop it here, drop it here, drop it, then drop it the last position. So now that's first steps always much higher. So it's a normal calculation for step design. So you're done with this, go to 3D and see your work. So elevations are coming, the ramp and the steps, so till you enter into the library comfortably. So that one is done. So the next thing now, I want to create a quick something around this space so that I'm going to get elevation initiation right. So what am I doing with this is that I'm going to create so I'm starting off by side elevation, which is this particular one, the 3D effective. So I'm going to east. From the east side now, I'm selecting this essay. What am I going to do? So I'm going to do a proper design of, let's say, from here now I'm going to do a pattern that I'm going to use to create something for the originality. It says wall select, then I'm going to pick a reference for which is word 3, a tiny line pattern I'm going to select there, and I'm going to use this to create what I want to create. So do this one and then say align, then align it again. Yes, Ctrl Z, align the last line, align again. Beautiful. So go to 3D and see what has it done for you. Select these two. So here you come to offset by just go back here and see foundation, then you select the topmost level and you say 6,000. Let's say 7,000. No, 6,000 is okay. No, sorry, I'd want to add 0 to it. So that is a 6,000. So now you change this pattern, select this and say edit in place. So edit the structure, leave the thickness, then go to this one and do and change the material. So I prefer this aluminum material, which is okay by me. So something is there that is not showing. Maybe the reason why I did not toggle on the graphics. So go to graphics, select on, and you can see that it's not there. So the graphics is being selected and say okay, and come back here and say okay. So you still even need to edit the graphics back by let it as a pattern of like horizontally. So I'm going to click on model, then I select this horizontal line. So that is it for me. So the pattern is set. I can now use it and do whatever I want to do. So go back to the level 1. I'll go to extend it to this level point. So that is what I want to use it for at that level. So here I'm still going to drag it up. I'm going to say 2,200. Select the two together. I mean 6,200. 6,200. There you go. A little bit above on this level. So I'm go here east. From the east now, I will now decide to click the opening, edit the profile for all of them. Select this one and create the profile. Let it be open for the windows. Let it be open for the windows. So I'll just click and let everything get perfectly straight with what you are doing comfortably here. Good. So I think with this, so I'm now going to be copying this one, copy, and then from the middle point, selecting every side, because they are in the same configuration. So select everything and paste it. Good. So when you click finish now, the pattern is set and the open is there. So what I want to do, go to 3D. I want to create something around this font that's going to give me the little aesthetic. And you say select, go to this and say component selection, model in place. I'm going to use casement to create that. So it's a pattern that I want to work with. So create this and use flip. So how do you use flip to create that? So pick references. So what I need now is that I'll pick here 3D references. So external line of the wall is what you are going to work with. Good. So that is settled. External line of the wall is what you should pick. You can up the thickness of the line if you are confused with what you are saying. So I think the external line. Now look at the joints. Are they joined together or there is spaces? So if there is space, just connect them by using this. So trim will do that for you, and you click finish. So we want to edit the profile now, and we want to use it at the south elevation. So the south elevation will create the profile for us, just rectangular profile, and you are done with what you want to do. So click finish. So select again among them. So click finish. Then you go to category and pick pure white to use for whatsoever you want to use it for. So if there is no pattern like that here, you can select the existing one, which is the aluminium that you have done, or let's use aluminium 8. I think that is a white pattern. The name does not matter. What matters is the initiative of what you are using it for. So you can see the aesthetic is now coming up with a good looking activity. So you can just mirror this one to the next side and create whatsoever you want to create if there's any similarity between this one and this next one. So that is it for this particular topic. So we have been starting the elevation one after the other. So continue from here in the next further activities that we are going to do. So that is the way we create a physical entertaining elevation. So in the next class we are going to work more on this and get it right and get it done. God bless you. See you.